This is day 1198 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Thanks, Master Kamishir Mother Arukh Yomi. Please kindly directly be very greatly appreciated. Today we're still in Simukuf Chaf. Sif, you're there, Simukuf Chaf, Sif Mem Test to Nen Vav. So we're talking about Shver Rambam, the Rambam, about what are the parameters of traveling a Kli, which you got as a mashkon, as a collateral from a non-Jew. Memtas, and here's that he borrowed the time of Sharama whom had Isa Pesach in Perak Beis. Call him Svi like the Yisrael Bekuti Lokon Mashkon. When Yisrael gets a mashkon from a non-Jew, he doesn't acquire ownership in it. Meir Svi the Kona and Shameir holds that he does acquire. Kiravashi the Svi the Mashkanta Gizbine. Rashi holds that a mashkanta is like a sale. I guess evidently also privileges between a Jew and a non-Jew. He holds Svi the Meir. But to Ram does not bring down this halacha in Hilchas Chametz in terms of your ownership of a mashkon from a non-Jew, whether you're over by your or not. But Ram Michael Shom the Sili Cry Meir Ayin Shom and Mukhar Cloud. It's not compelling to say Meir, even though the Maggid Mishnah holds that way. Either Rabbi near and Mulefach, it seems it's the opposite. Thank I'm not going to take the time to explain Hilchos Chametz to my now. Tefillah pasuk a Rambam the Mashkanta Yitzarch Tefillah. It's a Rambam pasuk Mashkanta does not require Tefillah because the ownership. Lo Diamond Zvina. It's not like a acquisition. It came with low kinds like it doesn't acquire it. Let's go to a kashali al two of our Shulchan Aruch. Eight pasuk kind of Mashkanta Tefillah. How very difficult how they pasuk the Mashkanta requires Tefillah. Hayim Atzlam pasuk Sham Arachayim they pasuk in the Chametz. They not Mashkanta currently so. That a mashkon collateral given to a Jew by a non-Jew is not acquired by the Jew. But if a chametz by Yirah, it doesn't violate by Yirah. Ayin Sham. Kasav Sham Echam Migdol Achronim, one of the great Achronim wrote, the Tefillah Chmir Mishum the Nira Kishalom. Avram evidently writes this, that by Tefillah they were machmir because it looks like it is. A sign type thing. And Buan Klau. It's not at all. You can't lam lechmir gam b'yisur by Yirah. So Rosh says, Manav Shach. If it looks like it is, why did I machmir by Yirah as well? Avo, Rambam ain't each the Shavim Pshitas. Rambam said very well, but Riv Mistamle Stuma Riv does not specify here. Mishum Line Besapkli Malach Chacham Kramer. Perhaps he's not sure. Allah Zag Meir Chacham. The Mishnah the Shom Asio Krabi Meir because the Mishnah is going like Ray Meir. Okay, fake. It's like a fake. The Mabra Ravashi Besapkli B'Tam the Ravashi. What he holds, this was in the previous sif. What he holds about the previous sifin about mashkanta. V'intim tzor the time whom he's doing is really cried mayor. Shem cried chachamim. Maybe even he holds like mayor. Mayor holds like chachamim. Nevertheless, in cause the Lord tzaddik tzaddik and force they tzarich tefillah. Nevertheless, the Rif does not want to write explicitly. Does not require tefillah. Mastimly still leaves it unresolved. Anyway, it's a little bit difficult to say about the Rif, but Nun, the Gam is shul cost with the Kshadait or Shkab Yadi Sol, the Vayit Tzarch Tefillah. That also that which the Rambam, by inference, the Rif, did not write that when we assume that the non-Jew has in mind to leave it by the Jew in lieu of the payment, that he has to do Tefillah. Gakin has a shop here. It works out well. Them is Kasha too. It really is very difficult. What difference is he intends to leave it there? It's right now, it doesn't look like Yisrael yet. Turns to chametz, it doesn't work. Even have us in mind to leave it. Doesn't work to make the Jew. Even if the guy has in mind to forsake his mashkon. He times that came down because this reason because he hasn't yet done so. Ain't no, as we say, as Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over. Vatu machshava moelis hinyakinim. Moelis does the machshava of the non-Jew in the back of his mind affect the kinyan? The riff around Pirshu other meaning Gemara. That perhaps it's because we see that because he saw that the non-Jew had in mind to leave it by him. And doesn't mean after the loan. Then it's nothing. Come over chametz because okay, when it happens, it happens. If it happens, it means that you see at the time of the loan that he already has in mind back then to leave in the hands of the Jew. Kloma Shalom San B'Toras Mashkon. He didn't give him the mashkon as a normal mashkon. B'Toras Mechira, I guess it's a quasi mashkon and more similar to Mechira. Such as that he was meticulous in stipulating and stipulating all the value of the mashkon. Shavin Ravashi Shizesh Mashkon. In this case, Ravashi understood the reason it's given as a mashkon and it's not as a sale. It's only because he's embarrassed to give it as a sale, and which would indicate he doesn't intend to really pay up. I'm going to say something, but he really had in mind to Kaviyachol sell it to the Jew. So there's no chiddush at all. That's a little mechira of a low itzich leshmi. Didn't have to tell us anything. We pass the halacha like the Torah and the Shulchan Aruch that mashkanta requires tefillah without a bracha. Really, even though the Ram notwithstanding, really that feel without the shakol levarach. But on the other hand, even if you see now that after the loan took effect, that the non-Jew is going to want to leave it by you, still you should not make a bracha. Taking account of the Rambam. Okay, it's not to be a Torah Shulchan we come came the bracha say makvos nevertheless the brachas are not impediment. Bivadai yeshon chushdas rifa Rambam should take into account the opinion of the Rif and the Rambam. It's in the Dina. Not clear to do halacha, but obviously he would like us not to make a bracha. Brackets, he says, Yaran Prichoris, Yivkon Chavav, Shikshim, Erchaim, Simen, Samach Zaim, Misavik Kar, Kriyashma, Tzorich, Varkim, Kriyashma, Doraisa. The Misavik Kar is Kriyashma, have to make the bracha, since Kriyashma, the Yosa. Hachinam, Lever, why should make a bracha here? Teretz, he says, the kind of suffix of Ikar Chiyuv, Ayin Chum. He says that here the suffix is in the Ikar Chiyuv, whereas not a suffix whether you were Yotzei the Chiyuv, a suffix in the Ikar Chiyuv. So that's why it's different. You don't need this anyway. It says, we certainly should be, in terms of bracha, we certainly should be concerned with the opinion of the Rif of the Rambam, Busim Gor, Poiskim. Now, if Yeshishma, those who say that says by glassware, came in that tefillah, midrabban, it's tefillah surrounded, low by mashkanta tefillah, you don't have to do a play of it if it's given to you as collateral. Now, it's a rabban kula. It's a suffix in rabban, and we're lenient. It's a bichodesh. Avol clay marchas yibo blo bracha, but a metal vessel you should play without a bracha. Or you can kli acher, or buy another new kli, then you go and play with both of them at the same time. And make a bracha tefillas kelim. Vim lo besop nishtageh kli biyodo. This is interesting. He's one of the here. It says at the end, you do actually keep the kli on, because he default on the loan. Yakser b'leibel bracha. You have to make a second feel without a bracha. I feel you should cut him mimnei hasafik because the safek b'shem aloy it's tefillah maybe not required tefillah. Ba'avei tefillah you should come out later. First tefillah is if he didn't do it all. So everyone has in mind the non-Jew is going to leave by you. Should talk to the tefillah about dois. Well, I'm sorry, this is a new thing. Okay, therefore, if it's daito shkui, she's talking to you about dois, so require definite tefillah. Even though Rosh Hashanah say we should make a bracha. Answer don't require afterwards when it actually comes to fruition that make a second tefillah. According to Rav Rama, just said it wouldn't require tefillah even under those circumstances. This is respect of the reliable most poskim. Say by dato l'shkui, it's a chiyuv tefillah. The bracket says here, mashkos v'shas yimul chavdim nosif most lakuti tzor pam shenis tefillah bracha and if at the end, when the guy leaves it in his hands, he pays him more to offset additional costs or whatever, then he requires a second tefillah. It's not compelling. Which goes up beduk. Nun beis. Yisrael shemishkan kli biad kuti. Yisrael gave a kli to a kuti as a mashkon. The reverse word we're talking about. He went and paid up the loan and redeemed it. And so it doesn't require tefillah. I feel you died to the so even you had in mind to leave it by the non-Jew, and so it doesn't require tefillah when you get it back. Everybody agrees that if perhaps he throws kind of mashkon from a guy, but not vice versa. This is Shach who says that if you had a mind at the beginning, at the time of the loan, you can leave it by the non-Jew, then you need to tell the when you get it back. Arukh HaShulchan rejects this. Says it's not true. Do me man of Shach. Either way, look at it. If you had a mind to leave it by the non-Jew, it's called a mecher. Even if you initially, when you loaned it out, you didn't have a mind to leave it there, but afterwards you change your mind. Just like the reverse case by the non-Jew, which we explained. It's not called a mecher. Even at the time of the mashkon to leave the time of the loan to leave in his hands, it's nothing. The kuti lo karmi Yisrael b'chonion. No mecha mamish. He rejects the shach. He says the non-Jew doesn't require from a Jew no matter what, unless it's a true sale. It's from the pre-chodesh. Ava mecha mamish, if it's a literal sale, shemocha Yisrael kuti. A Jew sold an item to a kuti, and then he bought it back. He needs a tefillah the second time around. Because the name of the kuti, the name of the non-Jew, was upon the vessel. He acquired it. I saw someone who says to me times that basically is chametz. When you sell chametz, when you sell the pots to the non-Jew, and then afterwards you buy them back after Pesach. The tzarech tefillah requires tefillah. I believe it's a chumrah in Chazon Sefer. That's what we say that when you we sell the non-Jew, the chametz habalua b'kelim. Not the kelim themselves, the chametz habalua b'kelim. Believe it or not, so Hashem rejects it. It says, everybody knows we're selling the kelim only as a chumrah and not make a din, because really it's all that's in time of gam. It's balua, it's not pain. And therefore, according to Lev Law, we're not over on kelim balua. But according to everybody knows the pay is going to be returned to Yisrael. And it doesn't have the name of the kuti. The guy, it does not require tefillah. Says he thinks that's a widespread minhag, not to tell kelim after Pesach. I think it's all nowadays because of the way we write the contract, regardless. A Jew and a non-Jew bought a kli in partnership. And it doesn't require tefillah. Even on all things where he partners with non-Jew exempt. Like B'chayra, non-Jew has partnership with the animal, Truma, partnership in the field, I guess in the first shearings. You need a pasuk to exempt the item from the chiyuv. You don't need a pasuk. The kli medyon. First, it's sounding like kli medyon, which is no shaychus to the Jew before. But the time of tefillah gisa b'shami also the reason for tefillah is nation nichnas kedusha Yisrael comes it's the kedusha of a Jewish ownership. It didn't completely enter the Jewish ownership. But according to this, later on when Yisrael buys the kuti, then it requires tefillah. It's like an Eved Knani, right? It needs tefillah both to become Eved Knani and tefillah when it goes free. So from whose kalim were stolen from him, doesn't quite feel even though he gave a pope. Came a gamba goes on to come be for assume, since the non-guys are not allowed to hold on to them in a public way, otherwise he's going to get arrested. Adain Loni Krashman Alem, the name of the they're not called by the name of the Akum. But if a ruler or governor seized a keli without the intent to ever give it back to Israel, then they work him back to required that he became mired in his hand, and his name has been bestowed upon them. So gave a money to a non-Jewish craftsman. To make a vessel, it doesn't quite feel when he gets it back. When he gets it. Those argue. Is some of the silver, I guess it was didn't give money, gave silver to make the vessel. And so the silver part of it requires tefillah. So to Jewish craftsmen, kuti made a keli for a non-Jew, can only man acquire from him. You blend a gangula bracha, you should be fed without a bracha. Imakuti nasa kol matchos if the non-Jew gave all the metals. And so that's no, but if he made it for himself, he just bought the metal from the non-Jew. Or he gave a little bit of the metal of his own, of the umans. Ain't tzorch tefillah akal l'shon, does not require tefillah. End quote. Nun hey, biur divrei. Knei b'choshem mitzvim shvoshin bob yesh plukta. The moment koneh b'shvach kliyim lav. So there's a machlekas in Maseches in Choshen Mishpat. Siman Shin Vav. If a craftsman, while he's working on the vessel, he has an ownership interest in the enhancements he makes it or not. Klomar, meaning Shnosan Reuven and Shnosan Kesel Shimon, who we get money to Shimon Oshamin Matros Kes, not money. Again, silver. The Shimon or other types of metal, he said, to make for him a vessel. Some say the Shimon Omen Koneh Kli Kshishalo. Some say that Shimon, the craftsman, in the interim, while he's making it, acquires the vessel as if it is his. Even though the raw materials belong to Reuven. But the enhancements that Shimon has made in creating the vessel are his. Some say the the craftsman does not acquire the enhancements he makes, the improvements he makes. And since Reuven owns the raw materials, the kli is also his. There's no resolution of this question. It remains suffix in halacha. So if that's the case, it would seem that if a Jew gave silver or other metals to a non-Jewish craftsman to make him a vessel, that's who this machlokes. If the craftsman acquires the enhancements while he's of the vessel, tzarich tefillah has to require to be toivel. Shakuti belongs to the non-Jew. If not, ain't tzarich tefillah. It doesn't have to be toivel. Belongs to the Jew. That's the opinion of those who argue and hold that you don't talk about the bracha, and they should expect the dina. Because it's a question about bracha. The first opinion holds that even according to opinion holds that an ummah does acquire an ownership interest in enhancements, and doesn't require toiveling. But time recent law be doing the clay medium, it's not a clay medium which are completely non-Jewish. They're the raw materials that speak also belong to non-Jews. Furthermore, the name of the name of the non-Jew does not devolve on this vessel. Therefore, if the non-Jew also gave some of the raw material, by it doesn't require tefillah. With a bracha. Some say below bracha, without a bracha. The Shach says with, Taz says without. Upashu the ein like bil ad achar shishlam akuti shlem akuti ba'ad amat choshen samso. So obviously you should not play with until you pay the non-Jew for the metal that he gave out of his own pocket. Okay, otherwise, habele kli shutfus, it's like shutfus, a partnership vessel, which we learned about previously. Nun v'avechein lehefek, the opposite as well. Human soil. If not a Jewish craftsman, who made a vessel for a non-Jew, the non-Jew gave all the raw material, and then the Jewish craftsman, or somebody else, bought from the vessel from the non-Jew. Requires field that brother. They ask because it's something. The Shem, maybe the craftsman acquires the improvements to the vessel, and it's a Jewish vessel. Doesn't have to be total. Maybe the craftsman does not acquire the answers to the vessel. Belongs to non-Jew, but so therefore, if the Jew gave some of the metals, so it doesn't require tefillah. Because since aside from the enhancements of the vessel, also some of the core material, the raw material says. It's especially true if the Jew made the keli for himself. He just bought the raw materials for the non-Jew. Then doesn't require tefillah. She can it's really belongs to the Jew. He owes money to the non-Jew for the metals. The non-Jew has no connection to the keli. He says, because in brackets, Kosati, Peir, Sha'achon, Shach, Sipkon, Chavdad, the Chen Ikar. It's not important for us. And Yeshko came that those who argue with us, and Miktas Matkos Mishalo, that if you put some of the metals, it's Tzarech Tvila, but below Bracha. Shema Ema Kona Shvar Keli, because maybe the craftsman does not acquire the enhancement, Sabli Shut from the Kli, so therefore they're partners in the Kli, because they saw Kona Mena Chalko, so when the Jew buys his portion, he has to be told. The time of Shulchan Aruch nearly Ikar. The Rishon says he likes the Shulchan Aruch. They must say, when we say a craftsman does not acquire, it enhances the vessel of his magic call matchos enu shalom, when all of the metals do not belong to the craftsman. In other words, none of the metals belong to the craftsman. Some of the metals belong to the craftsman. Love, so he could called by his name. We will not call it a partnership vessel in terms of tefillah, and it would not require a kli for tefillah.